95% of the deodorants on the market are actually killing you. And you're probably using one of them without realizing that with every freaking swipe, you're introducing known carcinogens and hormone disruptors directly into your bloodstream. Yeah, that's pretty bad. You are literally crashing your testosterone levels and lowering your IQ in order for these deodorants to be effective. And one of the things that makes them work is aluminum, which is something, let's just use common sense for a second here, found in construction, it's found in your car, and it's found in piping. And this is the active ingredient in most of these deodorants. And the way it works is by blocking the pores of your armpits. Now, your armpits are one of the most porous areas of your body, and the way they're designed is to detoxify all the toxins. But by blocking these pores, the toxins just get stuck here. And this is not exaggeration. There's been studies from reputable places like the National Institute of Health, which have seen in the last 2 decades a massive increase in breast cancer, not just for women, but for men as well. And it's linked to aluminum, which is found in deodorant. And guess what's the nearest tissue to your armpits? So once I learned about this, I was pretty pissed off and I made a hard transition to all natural deodorant. But if you're watching this video, you probably know that all natural deodorants are pretty trash and most of them don't work. So I kept going back to the regular ones, even knowing how bad they are for me. But recently I said enough's enough, and I went down the massive rabbit hole. I've bought 80 plus deodorants at this point. I spent hundreds of my own dollars. This is a totally non-sponsored, unbiased review. This is me field testing all these deodorants in the wild. I've traveled internationally with them. I've worked out with them. I have even done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where your armpits are in someone's face. I even gone clubbing and partying with friends in them. And these natural deodorants that I found, these 5 actually work. So even before this video really starts, I'm just gonna tell you my #1 pick because I've been getting kind of upset when YouTubers make you watch the whole video to tell you their #1 pick for retention and watch time. So to give you guys value, my #1 pick is the Nécessaire, in the specific, their gel eucalyptus version. But I'll still encourage you to watch the whole video because what's #1 for me might not be #1 for you because BO skin is very subjective to the personal experience. And I go into depth into each one, which is why it works, why it doesn't work. And I rate them on a scale of 5 out of 5 on smell, 5 out of 5 on performance, and then 5 out of 5 on texture, meaning like how it feels on the skin. So if you appreciate this content and want to help me out by making some money back through AdSense on all the money on these deodorants, it would help me a ton if you hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and if you do find any of these deodorants and you want to buy them, use one of my affiliate links down below because that does give a kickback and it's the same price to you if you go on your own anyways. But guys, let's get started. So quickly before we get started, I want to give an honorable mention to these 3, each and every Baxter, Salt and Stone, and just quickly talk about them because they're just so popular and highly recommended and why they didn't make it to the top 5. So each and every was really freaking strong and effective. And I think they have like super strength or something in here because it did perform really, really, really well. The only issue is that if you see here, it has this like white filament at the top and it did leave a mark on my armpits sometimes. So while I mean, it was like a 50-50. Sometimes it did and sometimes it did. And once again, it's not like a massive turn off. It's just that, I don't know. Sometimes I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but it didn't knock the performance or the scent. And the scent's actually pretty good. The only issue is that I used it for a few weeks because each one of these deodorants I used for a couple of weeks before I gave it a yes or no. And I want to say after around the 2-week mark, I started getting a rash from this. I don't know why that happened. I actually was going to put this on my list because I thought it was really well, but just because I saw that rash, I ended up not using it as much. Now, Baxter was one that I had really high hopes for because this scent is like a 5 out of 5. And it has this like gel consistency at the top part. So there's no staining, no pitting, nothing like that absolutely whatsoever. It's just that the performance was a little lackluster for me. I mean, everything else was great. Everything else was great and it would have made the top list, but the performance, some of these were a bit better than others. Now, it might vary for you, but I would definitely give this a shot if it's nearby, but it just wasn't. Maybe for me, I need a stronger deodorant, so I'm just gonna go with that. Lastly is Salt and Stone. And man, when I tell you, this was literally #2 on my list until just a few weeks ago. Like this was literally #2 on my list because it's just so good in every category. It was a 5 out of 5 in texture. I mean, it's still white, but I don't know what they did to this, but it was like so smooth. Here, I'll just show you for a second. It was so smooth and it just glided on my skin. And man, the scent is this like vetiver scent and it almost smells, it smells like almost like a Tom Ford fragrance. It was so good. And even the performance was like a 5 out of 5. It lasted so long. The only issue is that, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Yuka app. It's an app that you can scan your products and it'll show you if there's any harmful ingredients in them. It doesn't contain aluminum, it doesn't contain any parabens or phthalates or any of that stuff. But I saw that Yuka gave it, and I'll put like a screenshot up here. Yuka gave it a 41 out of 100 score and gave it a poor quality because it has this one ingredient called ozarkite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, which is a potential carcinogen. So even though this would have been number 2 if I didn't scan my app, like genuinely that good, but because I saw that on the Yuka app, and I don't know much about ozarkite, it is some research and it's maybe or maybe not type of scenario, I just couldn't in good conscience reach for it anymore, and I stopped using it that much. So yeah, I would still say like give it a shot if you don't care about ozarkite, but if it's something on your mind, there are some better options here for sure. So number 5 on this list is Dove's the Men Care line and the fresh scent, the extra fresh scent specifically. And I don't know if you guys have been to a grocery store or CVS recently, but they're crushing it. I mean, I always, for some reason, thought Dove was a feminine focused brand, so it's more florals and things like that, but they have a men's line and it's pretty damn good. So they do have deodorants that have aluminum in the traditional type, but they have also the aluminum free one. So it seems like it's a more health conscious forward brand. And I actually really liked this one. Every single one of these deodorants are ranking on 3 different categories: performance, on texture, and then scent. The performance of this one was almost like how an old deodorant used to be. Like, I mean, not as close, but it was still decent. It was decent. I won't say it was like a 5 out of 5, but it was definitely a 4 out of 5. Like if I wore it, I wouldn't have to reapply like maybe twice in a day, which is not bad considering natural deodorants. Some on this list you only have to apply 1, but this one was 2 a day. But at a price point of $6, I mean, you can't really complain, right? So 4 out of 5. When it comes to texture, 5 out of 5. I mean, I don't know if you can see here, they have this like, here, let me get the camera to focus. They have this like, it is white, but it's like a translucent white. So it's not just the white that really cakes up on you. It's like more of a translucent gel type, which is what I'm a fan of. So 5 out of 5. The reason why it's number 5 is the scent. And for you, it could be higher, but for me, it smells like detergent. It's like that fake citrusy, fresh smelling scent. And I don't know, man, it's just like, I don't want to, it just smells a little too strong, if you know what I'm saying. And I wear nice fragrances. I wear, you know, nice colognes. I mean, if you see, I do a lot of fragrance reviews here. And the last thing I want to do is I'm wearing like a Tom Ford fragrance and then someone comes to me and they smell like a detergent type smell at the same time. So the scent got like a 2 out of 5 for me. For you, you might be into that fresh, clean detergent, like extra crispy, citrusy scent. But for me, it was just a bit too much. But otherwise, for $6, man, you really can't go wrong with this one. It is one of the cheapest ones on this list for sure. So surprisingly, number 4 on this list is Native. And if you have heard about them, they're the ones who actually innovate. They're kind of the first category breakthroughs in this. Their whole brand was natural, aluminum free, all that. So they're one of the pioneers in this space. And if you saw, I did a video of them I did a natural deodorant video last year and they were the last one on this list. I don't know if they watched that video or something, but they have massively improved their formula and innovated. So this one specifically is the one I'm recommending here, is their charcoal one. And if you don't know much about charcoal, charcoal is a porous type of ingredient which absorbs the toxin. So at a fundamental level of what causes the odor, it absorbs that, so that's not naturally sitting on your pits whole days, which makes it very powerful. So it's not just lathering on scent, which this one was kind of doing. It was just lathering on a really strong scent so that you almost couldn't smell anything. This one is kind of going at the problem in a different way by absorbing the scent into this natural ingredients. And if you see here, it's like a gray top, so there is definitely some charcoal in this. And I really like this this scent as well. Here, I'll get the camera focused. And I really like the scent as well. So this gray thing doesn't leave a stain at all and is really clean. So if we go back to our rankings, I would say performance is where it lacks the most. So scent is like, it's fresh, nice, but it's not overwhelming. I'll give it like a 4 out of 5, maybe even a 5 out of 5. There's not much scent to it. It just smells like a skin scent, and it's pretty nice actually. It's like a really soft, like clean linen type, and the texture is great, right? It's like a 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I mean, there's nothing to complain about there. The main thing I didn't like about it was the performance. I mean, it works well, and I think they're trying to innovate in the space by using charcoal, but the performance was more of like a 4 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. It's just that like when I would wear it, within a few hours, I could start smelling my scent or odor or BO again, and that kind of turned me off. So if you're someone who just kind of works from home and lives here and about, and you don't really step outside the house much, you can just reapply this 2-3 times a day and you'll be fine. But I did notice when I used to, by the time I was done with the gym, I would start smelling bad again. If I was going, I couldn't wear this going clubbing because I was scared if I'm going clubbing for like 5 hours, 6 hours, so I'm out. Like if I go for dinner and don't come back till 2 a.m., this is not going to hold me till then. But you're very, you might differ in that aspect. So it is comes at a price tag though. And that was the issue why I didn't want to rank it higher. For like 15 bucks or so, I wanted deodorant to freaking work. And while it hit all the other categories, the performance was a bit lackluster for me. So the top three are the top three. I would highly recommend any of these products to anyone. It's just that on that scale of performance, scent, and texture, they just vary differently. So depending on what you prioritize more, you would probably pick one or the other. But number three for me was Malin & Goetz's the eucalyptus scent in particular. And I freaking loved this. Scent, 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 freaking scent because it smells like a clean eucalyptus medicinal. It almost smells like you went and got a massage. And they have like that eucalyptus medicinal like scent in the air. And I keep saying medicinal, and that's not the right term for it. It's more like a minty fresh. And it's not overpowering. It's not too less. It's just the perfect amount. So you smell like someone who is just a clean, elevated dude. There's no scent. It just smells like a naturally clean scent. And that's what I love about it. It doesn't overpower my fragrances. And when I smell it myself, I just smell nice. And when it comes to performance, this performance was really good. I use it at the gym. I used to use it even for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu often, and it always worked great. I mean, it was the performance, what you can expect from natural deodorant, which is you put it in the morning, and by the nighttime, you kind of smell, like you don't really smell bad at all. It's usually like the last at least 24 hours is kind of my goal. This had the benchmark, so 5 out of 5 as well. The texture though was where it kind of lost a little bit of points, where it was like a 4 out of 5, because while you see, it is that like gel scent, right? So you'd be like, Sid, you love the gel type, right? Because it doesn't leave any caking thing. Yeah, it really didn't cake my pits that much. Not when I said it really didn't. Maybe like once every like 10 times, so I put too much, it would cake it a bit. It's just that since I don't know if it's like the gel or whatever here, but it would make my armpits a little sticky for just a few minutes. Just the first 5, maybe 10 minutes, my armpits were a little sticky because of this. And now, once again, it may not be the same exactly for you, but it was just like, once again, if I'm spending 20 bucks on a deodorant, I want the perfect user experience. So even though after 5-10 minutes, the stickiness went away, I just found myself not reaching for it as often as some of these other ones. But besides that, I mean, hell, it's hell of a fragrance. They even have a travel sized one, which I used to keep in my gym bag, which is like a tiny version of it, which I still use often, honestly. It's great for those moments in time, but I don't know, man. Just that sticky thing just kind of got into my head after a while, and I don't know. I just don't reach for the full tub as much anymore. So if you told me last year that I'd put this brand as number 2, I'd literally punch you in the face. I said there's no way in hell that like I couldn't even imagine that they did so well. And that is Old Spice. Yes, Old Spice. They actually launched an aluminum-free line recently, and it's knocked me off my socks. I mean, it is so fantastic. It is so good. The reason why I said it, like I wouldn't believe it is because when you think of Old Spice, you think of high school gym lockers. I didn't think of it as like an innovative, health conscious, forward brand, but their aluminum free line is some of the best. And also from a price point perspective, it's probably the cheapest on this list. You can get a 3-pack for 20 bucks. For under 20 bucks, you can get 3 of these. Well, for most of these ones on the list, you can get 1 for $20. So, and so when it comes to like the categories we're talking about, right? The performance is 5 out of 5, and the feel, the texture and the feel is that blue gel that you know and love. And it's like, this has gotten me the closest to feeling like my old deodorant. Like, when I wore this, I did not miss my old deodorant because it felt the closest to it. That blue gel glides on perfectly, no stickiness, nothing like that. It just feels effortless, like how I used to feel when I used to use it when I was a kid. And the performance was out of this world. Like, I would put it on and I would smell great even until the next day. Even after I sleep and everything, this would be freaking great. Like, I was just so shocked and blown away by this. It was like the scent is like the only one thing that's killing me, man. I would say the texture was also like 5 out of 5. But the scent, man, it's like, it is that Old Spice scent that you know and love, but it's just so strong. It's so strong to the point where it's like, I don't want to wear my Creed fragrances and then people come up to me and smell Old Spice mixed with Creed. It was the same situation as Dove again. The Old Spice scent was just so overpowering, and it's twice the strength of Dove. And that's the only reason why I lost points, because the way I wore this often though was I used to wear, this is like my go-to gym scent pretty much. Like nowadays, like if it's not Malin & Goetz, I always wear this now, because I'm not one of those bougie guys who's like, I wear fragrance to the gym. No, I just put this deodorant on. So it smells good enough, you smell clean enough, and when you're at the gym, it doesn't matter, so it works perfectly. But if I'm ever getting dressed up and going out and putting a nice fragrance on, I can't use this because people will, like if you hug me and smell me, it's like, why am I spending $500 on a fragrance if I'm just gonna put Old Spice and that almost overpowers it? So it's just that strong. Maybe now you're someone who doesn't care much about fragrances, or you don't have strong fragrances, or you just wear Dior Sauvage all the time and this kind of smells like that anyway. So I would recommend this to most people, honestly, because it's just that good. It's just that if you are someone who doesn't like overbearing or really strong smelling scents, then I would say this might not be your cup of tea. But everything else, it's like this is the closest one that's gotten me to feeling like my old deodorant that uses all the crazy chemicals we talked about. But this is the closest one and has a very high Yucca score too, like 70 plus. So number one on this list, the one I use the most, that I fall in love with, that is my absolute substitute for all natural deodorants these days, is Nécessaire's deodorant. And I have the Olive Balm and Santal scent. Now you may be saying, Sid, I saw you show a green one in the beginning. What's that all about? Let me tell you how I got there. So Nécessaire was a new brand, and things blowing up on TikTok and stuff as well. And their scents were out of this world. So these were the ones that people talk about the most, like these traditional ones. And here's the thing, their scent, this literally makes me feel like I'm wearing a subtle Tom Ford cologne. And it's like, this is the Santal scent, this is the Olive Balm scent, which is more sandalwood and vanilla. And it's not, once again, strong like Old Spice or anything like that. Like, if someone smells you, they're not gonna be like, oh, what fragrance are you wearing that smells good? They'd more say, oh, you smell nice. It's skin scent elevated. And the Santal is just like old money aesthetic. The Olive Balm is like great if you're into more vanilla, sandalwood type. And it is really just like a beautiful, gorgeous scent. Like I myself, when I wear this, I get whiffs of it sometime and I really enjoy it. Like I really like it. So the scent was a 6 out of 5. Probably one of the best smelling, perfectly crafted for deodorant. You can wear fragrances on it, won't smell bad. You won't even smell anyone unless they hug you. But but it's just like, it's to yourself and to maybe if you're without your shirt on the beach or something, or if someone really comes in and gives you a tight hug at BJJ, they'll smell you. Otherwise, you can't really smell anything on it. And if they do smell you, once again, it's more like you smell nice versus there's a fragrance on you. I don't know how they did that, was perfect. Performance-wise, 5 out of 5. They use, and this is really innovative, they use something called mandelic acid in this, where this acid goes into your, like it takes the bacteria and pH and neutralizes it. It balances the pH on your skin. So it's really attacking the root cause of the problem of what the causing odors are. So similar to kind of how like Native was, where Native absorbs the scent, and some of these other ones like Old Spice and like Dove and stuff just use a lot of scent to mask it. This one attacks it at the root cause of the problem and takes away the scent from where the BH and odor bacteria is causing it. So really innovative, really great, and you immediately feel the difference when you use it for a while, and then you also just don't smell bad even the days you don't use it. They also use AHA in this, where it helps the discoloration on your armpits, if that's something that's a concern to you. It does that really effectively as well. The one place it lost points originally was the texture. So like 6 out of 5 scent, 5 out of 5 performance, truly an innovative formula that attacks it at the root cause of the problem. But the texture, man, it's kind of where it lost me. If you see it here, it's not translucent, it's just pure white, pure white. And sometimes it would get caked on my armpits, and sometimes it would leave a stain sometimes. And it was just kind of annoying, man, that it would do that. And it's because, and the thing is, I love the scent so much and I love the performance so much. I kept going back to this, even though it'd leave caked, like white caked ingredients on my armpits, and it was just uncomfortable, but everything else was so good about it. But the texture was like a 3 out of 5. But I love this product and this brand and the scent so much. I started going down a rabbit hole. I was like, what else do they have? And that's when I discovered my holy grail. They sell the same deodorant, but in a gel format. If you see here, it's like a roller ball. It's a roller ball, and the roller ball applies a gel onto your armpits. And this roller ball is so perfect. Like, this reminds me of exactly my old deodorant that I used to use. And the roller ball goes on perfectly. It's a clear gel. It instantly vanishes away. It's not like Malin Goes where it takes a few minutes. It's insane. And the scent, guess what, guys? It's that eucalyptus scent that I absolutely love to the Malin Go. They have it here. So the scent was great. Everything was great. And then finally they fixed the texture with this roller ball. And I fall in love. And they're so smart, this brand. They're so smart that if you feel this, I don't know if you can hear this. Maybe you can hear on my microphone. It's made out of glass. This is made out of glass. So they're so smart. They knew that, hey, if we're using a gel formula, liquid-based formula, plastic leaches into the liquid. So they use the glass bottle, so that doesn't do that anymore. Still has the AHA, so everything, but the glass is what gives that premium feeling. And once again, if I'm spending 20 bucks on deodorants, all these deodorants we talked about today are in plastic cases, or a typical push-up mechanism, right? This is glass bottle. It has the roller ball. It comes in this suave little case. It's perfection for me in terms of what it does, and the performance is still great. It has everything you need it to do. So this is my #1 pick. Now I use this on a daily basis when I go out. Yes, when I go to the gym, sometimes I might reach for Old Spice. I might do that. But once I run out of all these deodorants, I'm mainly just using them because I have them. I'm probably gonna only just keep repurchasing this one over and over again and have that everywhere. And as mentioned earlier, I have links to every single product where I bought them from down below, so you don't have to guess or research. You can go ahead and click them there, and it'll give a kickback to the channel, so help me pay off some of all these $100 spent on deodorants. But if you got some value out of this, appreciate you subscribing, hitting the like button. If you're new here, my name is Sid I. I drop videos like these once a week on fragrances, on grooming, on looks maxing, on product reviews, anything to help you look and feel your genetics possibly allow. If you want to connect with me further, you can follow me on Instagram at Sid I. You can sign up for my newsletter. And guys, let me know in the comments down below. Is there a natural deodorant that you didn't see on this list that you use, that you recommend? And if so, let the community know. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.